Hey guys, how's it going? It's Danconia. Welcome back to the Overwatch Contenders Roundup. So we have a little bit of a Contenders action to go through because China and Korean regions are a week behind the rest of the Contenders. And the rest of Contenders currently is on a break while Open Division Season 2 takes place, which will tell us some new teams perhaps that might come into Overwatch Contenders for Week 3 and Week 4 and for Season 1. So let's get to what we are going to talk about in this one then. So we have the main tournament weeks for Week 2 of China and Korea. We will start off in China, and China do things slightly differently. So in every other region, we have a round of 16 teams where we have 4 games with 8 teams, and then the quarterfinals bring in the 4 top-seeded teams to go up against the winners of those previous 4 games. And that's how every other region works. But it's not like that in China. Instead, they start at the quarterfinal stage and the knockout stage, but they have a group stage prior to this. So in the group stage, we saw Team CC, the one winner, and Pokemon Max in a group. Pokemon Max would not get through that group. Bilibili Gaming, like this player, and Unnamed would be in Group B. Unnamed would not get through that group. Very, very close on map differential. Group C would have Flag Gaming, First Fabulous Fighter, and Universe Thinker. Universe Thinker would not get through Group C, and Group D would see like Gaming, Cosmos Veritas Gaming, and Sponsor Taking Gaming, and Sponsor Taking Gaming would not get through Group D. So this set us up for the knockout stage, where we would see Light Gaming taking on Team CC. So this would see Team CC getting a 3-1 victory over Light Gaming and moving on. We expect this. Team CC are a very good team in China. They are the academy team of the Shanghai Dragons, if you didn't know. And Team CC have always been fairly good in China, especially since we have lost LG Huya. But moving on, and we have Bilibili Gaming taking on First Fabulous Fighter. This would be a surprising 3-0 win for First Fabulous Fighter, and that would indicate some of the roster moves that Bilibili Gaming are making at the moment. Disappointing result for the Hangzhou Spark Academy, and First Fabulous Fighter would move on to the semi-finals. Then we had Flag Gaming taking on Like This Player. This would be a 3-0 win for Flag Gaming, with them moving on to the semi-finals. And then the one winner, who used to be the academy team of the Guangzhou Charge, but they ended their affiliation a little while back, taking on Cosmos Veritas Gaming, and this would be a 3-0 win for the one winner, with them moving on to the semi-finals. Talking to the semi-finals, we would see Team CC taking on First Fabulous Fighter. This would be a 3-0 win for Team CC, no surprises there, with them moving on. And then Flag Gaming would take on the one winner, and it would be a 3-0 win for the one winner, with them moving on, setting up a final between the one winner and Team CC, which would be a 3-1 victory for Team CC, and they would win Contenders Week 2 in China, picking up those 100 points, with the one winner getting 50 points, and First Fabulous Fighter and Flag Gaming getting 35 points each. 20 points go to Light Gaming, Bilibili Gaming, Like This Player, Cosmos Veritas Gaming, and then 10 points to the people who didn't make it through the group stages, so that's Unnamed, Sponsor Taking Gaming, Pokemon Max, and Universe Thinker. So overall, that means that Team CC are still on top with that perfect 200-point record, much like British Hurricane in the European region. They are closely followed by the 3 sides joint second. That's the one winner, Flag Gaming and Bilibili Gaming, all on 70 points. And then joint fifth, we have First Fabulous Fighter and Light Gaming on 55, and Cosmos Veritas Gaming and Like This Player will be joint 7th on 40 points. So Team CC are currently doing very, very well in China, and we will see if anyone can knock them off of their perch after Open Division Season 2. But moving on to Korea then, this is where we get back to our more accustomed style of bracket. We see T1, World Game Star Phoenix, Element Mystic, Genji, O2 Blast, Meta Athena, Lucky Future, Runaway, Top Honor, Balika, Looking for Sponsor, and OZ Gaming. So in the round of 12, we see Lucky Future taking on Balika. This will be a 3-2 win for Lucky Future. Lucky Future have got a lot of Exile players, so it'll be interesting to see how they do. They move on to the quarterfinals. Meta Athena will be taking on Top Honor. This will be a 3-2 win for Top Honor, with them moving on to the quarterfinals. Runaway coming up from Trials, remember, taking on OZ Gaming. This will be a 3-1 win for Runaway, with them moving on to the quarterfinals. Then O2 Blast, again coming up from Trials after a poor week 1, taking on Looking for Sponsor, and this would be a 3-1 win for O2 Blast, with them moving on to the quarterfinals. So, in the quarterfinals, we saw T1 taking on Lucky Future. T1 have been doing very well this season so far, but they get 3-0'd by Lucky Future, bowing out at the quarterfinal stage, with Lucky Future going on to the semi-finals. Then, this was a surprise. Genji taking on Top Honor. Top Honor would get a 3-0 win over Genji. Genji, obviously, one of the names you will know from Korean Contenders. They are the academy team of Seoul Dynasty, and very, very big surprise to see Genji falling like this to Top Honor, who came from Open Division originally, but have been hashing it around in trials in this early part of Contenders' career. So it's been a really good week for Top Honor, especially when we look at it going forward. And then we see WGS Phoenix taking on Runaway. This was a narrow 3-2 win for Runaway, which is good. It shows improvement from Runaway, because World Game Star Phoenix, I believe, were the team that knocked Runaway down to trials last week. So good performance there from Runaway. And then Element Mystic taking on O2 Blast. This has always been a bit of a barnstormer, because it's always been two teams that are near the top of Overwatch Contenders in Korea. But this time around, it will be the team coming back up from trials, O2 Blast, getting a 3-1 win over Element Mystic. Interesting. Element Mystic, not brilliant from them, but again, you can't have it all your own way. O2 Blast is a very, very good team. We have to remember that. They did basically run, I don't want to say run away, that's a bad use of words, but they really did very well in trials last week. Much better than Runaway did, actually. So O2 Blast are looking back on track after their wobbly week 1, but they would move on to the semi-finals. So, in the semi-finals, we saw Lucky Future taking on Top Honor. Now, Lucky Future have got a really stacked, experienced roster. Top Honor have got, well, an inexperienced roster. I don't think we can say anything else. Top Honor get a 3-0 win against Lucky Future, which is a massive surprise. Top Honor really are going for Top Honor this week. Fantastic performance from Top Honor this week. Really, really, really good. And they will be one of the seeded teams for week 3 of Contenders, I believe. So that's really good from Top Honor's point of view. Lucky Future, I think they would be disappointed with that considering the roster they've got. But there are still developments going on at Lucky Future, and I would hope with the experience they've got that they would hopefully find some success in the near future. And then we saw another barnstormer, Runaway, taking on O2 Blast. This is always a fun one usually, but this time there was a disparity. O2 Blast get a 3-0 win over Runaway. Runaway, bit of a transition period for Runaway at the moment. It's definitely not the Runaway we are used to seeing in Korean Contenders. They did not look like they could compete with O2 Blast. I'm going to be completely honest, O2 Blast did look like a level above Runaway right now. Again, it can be down to individual day performance, mind. I believe that Korean Contenders is about the only competition right now that's on LAN, so that's great. So yeah, O2 Blast, really good recovery after their poor week 1. Runaway still would work to do, but it's good to see them getting the wins they should be getting over the likes of World Game Star Phoenix, and they will now be a top 4 seeded team in Korea. So that's where Runaway want to be, but they've got a bit more work to do to be right at the top of Contenders in Korea if they want to defend that title. But in the final, we saw Top Honor taking on O2 Blast, and this is where Top Honor would fall short, with O2 Blast getting a 3-0 win. O2 Blast have recovered from an absolutely atrocious week 1 to get a win in Korean Contenders for week 2. Great turnaround from O2 Blast, exactly what you want to see from a team that it has the caliber that O2 Blast does, like Yakpung, Kalius, Neko, Kaiser. They have some fantastic players at O2 Blast, and it's great to see them back at the top of Contenders in Korea. For some teams like Lucky Future, Runaway, Element Mystic maybe, there is work to do. But O2 Blast will be picking up those 100 points, with Top Honor taking home 50 points and 35 points each to Lucky Future and Runaway. 20 points to T1, Genji, World Game Star Phoenix, and Element Mystic, with 10 points going to Batlicker, Meta Athena, OZ Gaming, and looking for sponsor. So that means that in total in Korea, we're looking at O2 Blast, now joint top with T1 on 120 points each. So Korea's looking quite close, and that's a great look. T1, they had a fantastic first week, and then this week they really didn't turn up. Again, it could be hero pools having a massive impact, mind. Remember that Contenders play on the same hero pools that Overwatch League does. So it could be that hero pools are having a massive impact, and it's showing us some of the teams that have got the best flexibility in their roster. For example, Team CC in China. For example, British Hurricane in Europe. But in third, we see World Game Star Phoenix with those 70 points. Joint fourth, we have 4 teams. That's Element Mystic, Gen.G, Lucky Future, and Runaway, all on 55. And then Top Honor in 8th with 50 points. All of those teams are in with a shout of winning Contenders, because remember, it's just the points tally that gets you through to the playoff tournament at the end of the Contenders season. Anyone can win that tournament if they play well enough. So who knows what will happen. You never know, some people might be smurfing in the tournaments leading up to the big playoffs. But that is the roundup for Contenders of this week. Then what we will do from then on, there is no more Contenders to talk about right now because we are on a break until the week 3 starts up. That's going to be after Open Division finishes. I believe the first week's fixtures are going to be in the Pacific for week 3, I think. Don't quote me on that though. And we will look at the results obviously from Open Division as and when they come in. But for now, thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you liked it, give it a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next video. See you then.